Hey there, I'm Jeff with CreditCards.com. Today we're going over a selection of the best balance transfer credit cards on the market right now. So if you aren't too familiar with what a balance transfer credit card is, we have a number of different guides and articles on our website. I'll link some of those down below in the description for you. The general idea though, is a balance transfer credit card is designed to buy you breathing room, to allow you to transfer some of your credit card debt from your existing credit cards onto one card and hopefully pay down that debt much more quickly. There's more to know, obviously. Check out the links down below in the description. Today, we're going over a selection of just a few of the best balance transfer credit cards. We have a more robust list on our website, and I'll make sure to link that down below in the description for you as well. And just as a quick heads up, when it comes to credit cards, things change quickly, but I obviously cannot come back to this video and update it quickly. So everything I mention is accurate as of when we're publishing this video. If you have any questions or you want to see all the updated information, it's all down below in the description. Just check out the links down there. All right, so now let's get into the list. Let's start off with the Citi Diamond Preferred Card, which is a pure play balance transfer credit card, a bit like the Citi Simplicity Card, and it has a $0 annual fee. Now, the card doesn't come with many ancillary perks, nor does it even offer rewards, but who cares? If you're getting this card, you're getting it for the balance transfer intro offer. And in that way, it's a pretty darn good credit card. So I'll put this information here on the screen. You can see that it has a lengthy intro offer for balance transfers and for purchases. So you have a 0% intro APR for the first 18 months from account opening. Usually we see 12 months, maybe 15 months. 18 months is on the longer end. Now, after those 18 months expire, your interest rate goes from 14.74% to 24.74%, and it's variable. So obviously it can become pretty expensive. But you would get the card for that intro period of 18 months. One thing to be mindful of is that you have to make your transfer within the first 4 months of account opening to take advantage of that intro offer. And there is a balance transfer fee like there is with a lot of other cards out there. Now, obviously there's more to learn about the card. We've done a full review of it. I'll link it down below in the description. Actually, for all the cards we mentioned in today's video, we've done a full review of them. They'll be down below in the description. If you want to dig in and learn all the ins and the outs, I think you'll find those reviews really helpful. And actually, speaking of being helpful, if you find the video helpful, I would really appreciate a thumbs up, and hopefully we earn you subscribing to our channel. But when it comes to the Citi Diamond Preferred Card, the main reason you get it is that lengthy intro offer. I think if you're trying to pay down debt, having 18 months versus 15 months versus 12 months is obviously an advantage. So again, more information about that down below in the description. Now, next up is the Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards Credit Card. This is actually a card that I personally have. This is more of a cashback credit card than it is a balance transfer card, but it does have some nice terms when it comes to balance transfers and new purchases. And I think this is something that often goes overlooked with this card. I mean, you can see all the information here on the screen. It has an intro APR of 0% for balance transfers and for new purchases. That's for the first 15 billing cycles from account opening. After those first 15 billing cycles from account opening expire, then your interest rate goes from 13.99% to 23.99%, and it's variable, but it's a 15-month intro offer, and the card does offer rewards. Now, it's important to note that you have to make your balance transfers within the first 60 days of account opening to take advantage of that intro offer, and there is a 3% balance transfer fee that applies, or a minimum of $10, whichever one is larger. But really the main reason I put the card on this list is that I think it's a good blend between being a card that's great for balance transfers and new purchases, and one that you can use every day for all the rewards. Again, I use it. It's one of my main credit cards, so I like the fact that it kind of marries those two items. In fact, for the rewards, you can see them here on the screen. It has a different tiered system. So it has a 3% cashback tier, a 2% cashback tier, and a 1% cashback tier. The 3% and the 2% cashback tier are tied together for a combined $2,500 in spending per quarter. And then you earn 1%. But for the 3% tier, you can choose between the categories you see here on the screen. I always keep it at online shopping just because it's kind of rare to see that as a reward category. And then for 2%, it's grocery stores and wholesale clubs. And then 1%, it's other purchases. All in all though, I think this is just a solid all-around credit card. It usually even comes with a sign-up bonus. I don't like to mention the sign-up bonuses in our videos because they change. So if you want to see that, you can check down below in the description. Now, next up is the Citi Rewards Plus card. This is a unique credit card, but again, the reason I like it is it has an intro offer for balance transfers and new purchases, and it earns rewards in particular for people that spend a lot at gas stations and supermarkets. Now, as for the intro offer, your intro APR for balance transfers is 0% for the first 15 months from the date of first transfer, and for purchases, it's 0% for the first 15 months from account opening. Now, after the intro period expires, your APR goes from 13.49% to 23.49%, and it's variable. Now, it's important to note that if you do indeed make a balance transfer, there is a balance transfer fee that applies, like with a lot of other credit cards out there. It's 3% of the amount that you transfer, or $5, whichever is greater. I don't think it's a big deal, but you should definitely know that. Now, one of the main reasons the card is on this list is that it has a relatively lengthy intro offer. It's not as long as with the Citi Diamond Preferred card, but 15 months is pretty great in and of itself, and it also offers rewards, hence the name Citi Rewards Plus card. Now, we have more information about this in our full review. There are some interesting features about the Rewards Plus card, but the main rewards you need to be aware of are you earn 2 thank you points per dollar spent at supermarkets and gas stations. That's up to your first $6,000 in spending per year, and then you earn 1 point per dollar spent in those categories. And then for all other purchases, you earn 1 thank you point per dollar spent. Now, obviously this card earns points, not necessarily cash back, but you have a few different redemption options for those thank you points, some of which yield a value of less than 1 cent per point. Some are about 1 cent per point. I think gift cards in general is 1 cent per point. So you have to be kind of smart with how you redeem your points. But let's say you redeem them for gift cards, I think you can safely assume you get about 1 cent per point. But again, the main reason I think the card is interesting is it's a nice blend between being a good balance transfer card, having an intro offer for purchases, and yet still earning rewards, and it has a $0 annual fee. Now, last up on our list is the BankAmericard, and the reason I think this card is so interesting is that it has the lowest range for its normal APR. And so the goal of getting a balance transfer credit card, obviously, is to pay down your debt quickly. But let's say you don't pay down all of your debt, and you do have a small sliver left over after the intro period, and you do carry a balanced month to month. Obviously, you want that interest rate to be as low as possible. And so I think that's one of the reasons you may want to look into the BankAmericard, because again, that range is a relatively low interest rate range. So if you just look at the information here on the screen, you can see that for balance transfers and for purchases, you have an intro APR of 0%, of course. It's for the first 18 billing cycles from account opening, and then your normal APR is 12.99% to 22.99%, and it's variable. So after those 18 billing cycles, the first 18 billing cycles from account opening expire, then your normal APR kicks in, and again, it's 12.99% to 22.99%, and it's variable. Also, you have to make your balance transfers within the first 60 days of account opening to take advantage of the intro offer, and there's a balance transfer fee that applies, like with most of the balance transfer credit cards out there. Now, obviously, the interest rate on this card is not that much lower than with other cards, but when you're carrying a balance month to month, every percentage, even a half a percentage, counts. So that's one reason you may want to look into the BankAmericard, in addition to the fact that it has a pretty lengthy intro offer. So if you want to learn more about the card, there's more information, like I said, plenty of times now. Down below in the description, you can see our full review. And remember, I just cherry-picked a few of the best balance transfer credit cards. We have a more robust list on our website and linked down below in the description. But at a minimum, I hope I earned your thumbs up. I hope the video was helpful. Have a great day.